Hi, Bob Rasmussen here with IntelliBED. I'm at one of our sleep wellness centers today to discuss with you this very important subject of sleep wellness. Let me begin by sharing a couple of sobering statistics. 70 million Americans suffer from sleep-related pain. There were well over 200,000 prescriptions for sleeping pills that were written last year. The incidence of diabetes, stroke, heart disease, and obesity are all tied to the lack of deep, restful sleep. And what's most troubling is that all of these statistics are on the rise. The subject of sleep wellness is among the most critical concerns in our medical community today. What I want to do today is explain to you why the IntelliBED is the best sleep wellness mattress that's on the market. Let's begin by discussing what a mattress needs to do for you. I'm going to do that by a simple illustration to you. If I allow my hand to just relax, it goes to what we call just a natural position. In this position, none of my muscles, either on the inside of my hand or the outside of the hand, are flexing. And so it goes to what we call a zero gravity or zero force position. When we sleep, our body is trying to do the same thing. See, when we walk down the street, for example, all of our muscles, they're either in tension or they're contracting, which allows us to walk. Now, we want the opposite thing to occur when we sleep. So, one of the leading causes of back pain is what we call poor back support. Well, what does that really mean? Well, the most important thing a mattress needs to do for you is to provide good back support. What we mean by that is that the mattress cannot allow the hips to sink in the body or to sink into the mattress. The hips, the lower torso, is the heaviest part of the body. Gravity is trying to naturally pull it further into the mattress. So the mattress needs to prevent that from happening. It actually has to put greater force in this area than anywhere else on the body in order to maintain proper alignment. Well, why is that important? Well, if you look at this spine, all of the muscles from our upper body and all of the muscles from our lower body come together right here at our lower back. So if I stand like this, for example, what happens is half of my muscles, this half of my muscles on this side of my body are compressed. The muscles on this side of my body are in tension. They're pulling all right here on this area of our back. And so even though we might think that we're relaxed at night, we're not. What's happening, it's like this rubber band here. When we're lying on our backs and our hips are allowed to sag into the mattress, then naturally those muscles are going to be stretched from their normal resting state and they're going to be in a state of tension, pulling on this area of the back all night long. That is why lower back pain from poor support in the mattress is one of the leading causes of back pain. So your job in finding a mattress is to find one that's going to provide the best back support. But back support is not the only issue at play here. The very pressure that's caused by pushing the hips into alignment is uncomfortable to us. We have this big bone right here, and it's literally trying to push through our skin. So as we apply pressure to that bone, the body says, wait a minute, excessive pressure, I'm going to get a bed sore. Well, a bed sore is caused by excessive pressure on the skin that cuts off the capillary supply of blood to the tissue, so the tissue begins to die. The body knows this. Those of us who are able-bodied, we simply just turn over. We're sitting on one of those hard folding chairs, we're fidgeting all over the place because our body's telling us that our tissue is going to die if we don't move. Well, the same thing happens to us at night. So when we talk about sleep wellness, what we're really talking about is finding the balance between these two forces, balancing these forces. The force that the necessity of good back support, meaning that we can't allow our lower torso to sag into the mattress. we reach this zero gravity state where none of our muscles are in tension, none of our muscles are in contraction. They're not working, they're not pulling against our joints to create this stress point in our lower back. So the body is trying to find this state of zero force as we sleep. And if we sleep on a mattress that sags, if we sleep on a mattress that allows the hips to sag into the mattress, the body can't find that position. We begin tossing and turning. Part of the issue with tossing and turning is the excessive pressure that we have in our hips. The other part of the problem is the pain that's caused by our joints being in constant tension. So we start waking up with back pain. It interrupts our sleep. We're not getting down into the deep, restful stages of sleep where healing occurs. Another issue is that many of you who are watching this video could well be under the care of a chiropractor or a physical therapist to try and solve your lower back problems. Consider this: if you're sleeping on a bed that doesn't support you properly, then the good work that the doctor's trying to do for you during the day is all being nullified by the poor support you're getting from your mattress. So we think today's mattresses are not solving the problem. If they were solving the problem would be getting better. But all the statistics we see suggest that the problem's not getting better. The problem is getting worse. And so our mission at IntelliBED over the past dozen years or so have been to evaluate the causes of these problems and to develop a mattress that would solve these problems. Well, your job in finding a new mattress is to find one that gives you the best support. It's not going to let your hips sag into the mattress, and then relieve the pressure points on your hips and shoulders. That's what we mean by sleep wellness. As you consider the types of mattresses that are out there, there are essentially 4 classes of mattresses. There's a class that's represented by Tempur-Pedic, which is a foam core mattress. Tempur-Pedic is one of the companies that has said, we think that the problem in the mattress is the inner spring, so we're going to replace it with a foam core and put our memory foam on top of it. There's another class that's Sleep Number. Sleep Number says we're going to replace the inner spring with an air chamber and put layers of foam on top of that. The third class is a class of pillow top mattresses that you're all familiar with. They've been around for years and years. That class uses an inner spring, but then piles layers of foam, or primarily foam, on top of the inner spring. The fourth class is this new class of sleep wellness mattresses that IntelliBED has pioneered. And so I've actually created a separate video, one on how IntelliBED compares to Sleep Number, on how IntelliBED compares to Tempur-Pedic and the class of foam core mattresses out there, how IntelliBED compares to pillow top mattresses and that whole class of mattresses. And this video is going to teach you why specifically IntelliBED are better than any of these classes at providing the best back support and the most pressure relief. Well, how are IntelliBEDs constructed? IntelliBED, instead of using foam, replaces almost all of the foam, and there are many different types of foams, by the way, that are available in the marketplace today. These are some of the newest foams. This is a gel-infused memory foam, so a lot of people get IntelliBED confused. Oh, you've got gel. A lot of our competitors say we have gel too. This is what their gel looks like. It's gel-infused. You can see these blue chunks in here. Those are chunks of gel that are infused into the memory foam. Well, our testing shows that this doesn't improve the performance of this material in terms of either support or pressure relief. The only thing that these gel chunks do is they make the foam sleep a little cooler. And let me further this discussion on foam. Every other mattress manufacturer, whether it's Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, all the pillow top brands, all of them rely on foam to cushion the body. Well, what's wrong with foam? Let me invite you to follow me over here and look at this chart on the wall, not chart, but banner on the wall. This banner shows a rollator, and what that rollator does is it's designed to test the durability of various materials that are used in mattresses. It takes that 230-pound roller, rolls it across the surface of the mattress 200,000 times. Now the results of a test that was performed are expressed in this chart over here. There was one mattress built up made of an inner spring with polyurethane foam on top of it. One with an inner spring with latex foam on top, one with memory foam on top, and one with IntelliGel on top. What that test showed is that IntelliGel softens, it maintains 95% of its resiliency over the life of the mattress. Polyurethane foam lost 50% of its resiliency. Latex and memory foam, about 20% of its resiliency. Well, why is this important? As foams soften and lose their resiliency, what that really means is that resiliency is a measurement of the ability of a material to continue to push back with the same force as you use it. So if the material can't push back, and it pushes back less each time you sleep on it, then you lose support. Your back begins to sag, your lower torso begins to sag into the mattress. You lose both support and you lose comfort too, because the material can't protect you from the surface below, from the inner springs, for example. IntelliGel cushions up to 80% better than foam because of the way that it behaves, and it lasts up to 10 times longer. It softens less than 5% over the life of the bed, where the most common foam that's used in mattresses soften as much as 50% over the life of the bed. As those materials soften, as they lose their resiliency, then they are not going to provide the back support from you that you need, and they're not going to provide the pressure relief for you that you need. Now, it's essential that you see that the IntelliGel is configured differently than foam. You see these support members. They are designed so that when a load is applied to them, if it's a light load, they stand firm. If it is a heavier load, like under the hips and shoulders, these support members actually collapse. And it allows just those areas to sink into the mattress undisturbed with little pressure, while the rest of the body floats on top of these gel segments. So in that way, you get a mattress that provides the best back support, unparalleled back support, with the most comfort. You get both things that you need in a mattress. Excessive pressure causes you to toss and turn at night. IntelliGel relieves pressure better than any foam, whether you put foam underneath it, an inner spring underneath it, or an air chamber underneath it. It's going to cushion better than foam does. And especially when you consider the long-term use of the bed. So what happens typically with these foams, or with these beds that rely on foam for cushioning, they feel good to you for the first 3, 4, 5 years. If you are ultra sensitive to misalignments, then the time that you can expect to sleep on those beds diminish. Just very slight misalignments can cause all kinds of problems. Well, let me just finish up by telling you our track record at IntelliBED. When we first started our business, we worked with chiropractors. We found 124 patients of these various doctors, and we followed them for a year's period of time, and then we surveyed them after that year. And the results of that are expressed on this board in the back of our store here. 86% of those 124 people experienced reduced comfort. That's after sleeping on the bed for a year. 57% said that their discomfort was cut in half. 14% said that their discomfort completely went away. Now, these are some of the worst of the worst. These are people who have been under chiropractic care for a long period of time. IntelliBED has the science behind this. We've done the research. You can go to www.intellibed.com, see all these test results. IntelliBED has acquired this IntelliGel material, which came out of the hospital bed industry, where it's actually curing bed sores. IntelliBED has 12 years of experience working specifically with people who have been under doctor's care to provide the best sleep surface that's out there. That's why IntelliBED builds the best sleep wellness mattress.